What up, y'all? So today I'm going to be breaking down some listings for you guys using Seller Amp. These are products that I have personally scanned inside of stores like Grocery Outlet and Ollie's in the last few days. I'm basically going to just break down my thought process of what I'm looking for when I'm doing retail arbitrage or even online arbitrage. But most of these products that you're going to see today were all scanned by me in the store. So I'm going to tell you which ones I thought were good, which ones I thought sucked, and I'm going to take you through my thought process of why I feel like that for each of them. Boom. So first up, we have this kombucha energy drink, it looks like. So let me click this right here, and right off the bat I saw that this BSR was ridiculously high, and also that there wasn't a lot of sales history or data for this. So as soon as I see something, you know, that sells like 25 times a month with a ridiculously low BSR, I'm automatically kind of just like not interested at that point. Now, some people might say that although the sales are low and the BSR is high, you can see movement in the offer count. But I think the reason why I didn't even end up pursuing this product is because it was way out of my price range. If I remember correctly, it was like $6 for this. So at the price that it's selling for right now, the lowest price is $14. That $6 buy cost wouldn't have made sense. Plus, it doesn't have enough motion for me to even like actually consider that. Then we have this Pellegrino water. Now this one was somewhat interesting. I think the reason why I ended up not buying it was because it was about to expire. But this, right, it was going for $2. Now the BSR is super high and the monthly sales are very low, but that's only because it's been sold out for over a month. And I can see that there's no offers right now. So if I go up here and just check the last price that I was going for, it was like 18 bucks. So if I put in $18, right, I can see that I can make 80% ROI if I was selling it for 18. Now since I would have been the only offer on here, I probably would have listed it for like 24 just to make some more money, and that's FBA. I would probably get this shipped for like 8 bucks and make $10 off each. So a lot of the times, right, if the data looks like this, meaning high BSR, low sales, you got to check if it's even in stock. Most of the times a good product will look like this if it's been out of stock for a while. So, you know, we can confirm that and see that there's no offers. So will I sell on listings where there's no offers? Absolutely. You just have to see previously that this was selling, and we can see that, look, there was 2 people, it went down to 1 and then 0, meaning they sold it. Yeah, and we can see even back here a couple years ago when it wasn't in stock, same thing, like it sold out. Again, the only reason why I didn't end up buying this was because of the expiration date. But let's check out a couple more. What's up? You trying to learn Amazon? You trying to learn Amazon? You about to make an account? You about to sell some shit? You about to buy your own food and treats? Yeah? Alright, word. Well, look, I'm gonna break down this product for you so you can see it. Alright, screw you then. Alright, cool. So next up we have these Andy's fruit snacks, right? I know for a fact this brand is fire. I've sold this brand so many times. Boom. So right off the bat, we can see, yeah, we're eligible. Alerts look good. BSR is fire. You want to be selling things that are under 100K. Me personally, I like things that are under 50K. It ensures me that it's going to sell quick. I don't want to be sitting on inventory for months. I want to turn my capital fast. Also, 400 sales a month. We can confirm this by going over here, right? Monthly sold 400 times. My max cost on this would be about $3 to hit my criteria. Cost price ended up being $3. Sale price $9.50. It's going to give us $2 profit every sale, 66% ROI. And we can turn these 2 things off by clicking right here, because if, as a beginner, sometimes it can be a little bit like tricky. So in order to like undercomplicate these graphs, I usually will just turn off review count, turn off rating, turn off sales rank, and then the picture becomes a lot more clear, right? We can see the sales right here, but most importantly, the only thing that we really care about down here on this offer count is to see what it's doing, going up, going down. And this is what a good offer count looks like, right? We can see on March 4th there was 11 sellers, and then on March 25th there were 6 sellers, meaning that people are selling out. Buy box right now is $9.50, and we can see that this buy box is shared amongst a whole bunch of people, which is great. That tells us that, you know, if you were to go to the store, find this product and list it, you would get sales on it, you would get buy box. So this is what a good product looks like in my book. If you guys want, just screenshot this and crop this section right here and just save that in your phone. So anytime you go out and source, if you come across anything that looks like this, you know you're in the right range. Let's see what else we got. Fulfilled chocolate hazelnut protein bars. Cool. Looks like I didn't put a price in on here because, you know, right off the bat you can tell that this shit looks weird, right? BSR is super high, monthly sales very low, right? Like if we remove the sales rank from this, like I just showed you guys, there's like nothing. And if we take off the review count and the rating on here, like I just showed you guys, like there's nothing. Buy box analysis, nothing. Right? Offers, nothing. So this off the bat is, I wouldn't invest any money into a product where there's no data. Keep moving. We have these Noni's cookies. Boom. So 34K BSR, pretty good. 50 sales a month, not bad. Not you know, anything crazy, but it's not that bad. Cost price is looking like it's $2. Sale price was $8.74. Now let's check the competition, because if it's only selling 50 times a month, this is not something that you want to be buying hundreds of units of, because it's only selling 50 times a month. I'm going to turn this review count off and the rating off so I can get a better picture of this, and I'm going to turn the sales rank off so I can get a better picture of the price history as well. So this item in particular, it's not a bad buy by any means, especially for a beginner, right? You're gonna make 52% ROI, but for me personally, I wouldn't buy something like this because it's only $1 profit per. It only sells 50 times a month. So hypothetically, if I personally were to get all 50 sales of this product every month, it would only make me 50 bucks. So do I want to invest my money and time buying these products, transporting them, taking time to check it out when it sells? If I'm doing FBM, I gotta package it up and ship it out, or even FBA. Do I want to go to the store, buy these, put them in my cart, get to the register, have to count them, have to put them in my car, take them out my car, put SKU labels on them, box them up, send them out? Do I want to do all that for $50 a month? If I were to have all of the sales, no, I wouldn't. So you gotta assume that if you get 50% of these sales, which would still be ridiculous, you're only making $25 off this. So me personally, I wouldn't sell this. I think as a beginner, it would be good for you to maybe sell it, because even if you get a couple sales on this, that's gonna boost your confidence and build your momentum. Now this is another thing that you can check out though. There are other variations. So this product is sold in a 3-pack and a 6-pack. So we can check those out and see if maybe those ones would make more sense. My laptop loads today. Alright, cool. This is the same exact thing because it didn't load. The 3-pack is selling 100 times a month. Now this listing might make a bit more sense, right? So if you remember, the per box cost was $2, right? So this is selling in a 3-pack. Buy box right now is $17. I know that this will be light. I'll ship it for around $5 FBM. The competition on this is way less, right? So it's selling 100 times a month in this variation, and there's less than 100 in stock across all the other sellers. And if we look at this offer count, we can see that it is moving, which is a good sign. So potentially, right, if you found these products in the store, it would make way more sense to sell 3 at a time for $3.45 than 1 at a time for $1 each. And it's selling more times a month, right? And we can see that this product actually has sold for $27 in the last month. So let's say you want to be patient, right, and even sell this at a $24 for a 3-pack, which would be under the peak for the last month. Now we're looking at $9.40 and a 156% ROI. So this is just a perfect example of, you know, some products are way more profitable in bulk packs, which is why I always stress look for the multi-pack, look for the variations. Now this is the 3-pack variation, and there's also a 6-pack variation. So we ruled out the 1-pack variation, you know, is only a dollar profit each and is not selling that many times a month. So, you know, as someone who's looking to scale or make a lot of money, that 1-pack probably wasn't ideal. And then we looked at the 3-pack and we saw that the 3-pack is actually selling 100 times a month. Even though this is saying 50, this chart right here is for the 3-pack. So we can confirm that this is selling 100 times a month or more. And we also saw that the peak price of this in the last month was about $27, right? So at a $24 sale price, which is under that peak, we would more than double our money and make $9.40 off a $6 investment. So now that we got that cleared up, let's check out the 6-pack, right? And the buy cost on the 6-pack is going to be $12 because it's $2 a box. 6-pack is going to be $12. Now, check this out. 6-pack is selling for $30.98. It's not showing how many times a month it's actually selling, but we can see that it is selling because 2 people sold out in the last week. Anytime you're in a situation where, let's say you go to a grocery outlet or Ollie's, or even you get this from wholesale and you buy a lot of them. Let's say you buy like 400 units. The cool thing about products with variations is that you can list some on the 1-pack listing, you can list some 3-pack variations, you can list some 6-pack variation. And that way you can move your inventory a lot faster than if you were just selling on the 1-pack or even on just the 3-pack. Now, out of all 3 of these listings, the 3-pack is by far the best one because it's very profitable and it's selling 100 times a month. This 6-pack listing is profitable, right? Every time we sell it, we can make over $9. 77% ROI is amazing. However, on this listing specifically, we don't see how many times it's actually selling. So this listing might sell 10 times a month, right? So this is something that, you know, if I bought this product, I probably would list them on all 3 of these listings. I mean, maybe I probably wouldn't list it on the 1-pack, but I would definitely list it on the 3-pack and the 6-pack because you will get sales on the 6-pack, but it's just going to be a lot more on the 3-pack. So that's going to wrap this video. I hope you guys got value out of this and are able to tell the difference between what a bad product looks like and what a good product looks like. Also, how to take advantage of the variations for certain products. You know, a lot of people will scan a product and they'll only go off of what they see, and they don't know that they can check out the other variations for that product. So anytime you see a V on Seller Amp when you're scanning it, make sure you go down and you check the variations, because a lot of the times the default thing that you scan might not be the best profitable, and as you saw here today, it might not even sell the most. So definitely give yourself as many opportunities as possible to make more money and sell more units by always referencing the variations tab. As always, you know, I hope you guys are getting value out of this trapper content. We enjoy making it for you guys. Leave some comments if this helped you. Leave some comments if you didn't understand what I was saying, so I can make another video and try and dumb it down even more. Also, leave some comments of what other types of videos you want me to make. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this. Peace out. Thanks for watching.